Meghan. I'm a senior volleyball player from Russia, and Fish Report Live is coming up now.
Coming to you live from Studio F in Russia, Ohio. It's the Fish Report Live Show with your hosts, Craig Fissinger and Ken Francis.
Welcome, everyone. That is Ken Francis. I am Craig Fissinger, and yes, this is Fish Report Live. Also, in our little intro clip there, you saw Russia star volleyball player Olivia Monin, if you didn't catch that, and we're going to be talking about her a little bit later, Ken. We actually took last week off, and the reason was we were pretty busy. We had our community picnic, the Russia Homecoming, going on. I had some people ask me, they said, where were you guys at? We kind of missed you. And you were actually the head of that picnic, or one of the heads of that picnic. And I guess I got asked, since we took the week off, how'd things go?
Things went very well. Appreciate the community support. The weather did not cooperate the best, but it could have been a lot worse. And once again, a great homecoming festival for the people of Russia, and a lot of community support and help, and we appreciate all their efforts.
Yeah, there's a little bit of rain, but rain or shine, the Russia Homecoming is always a good time. So that should be a slogan, Ken.
That rhymes.
That rhymes. Maybe next year.
We'll think about that.
All right. Well, we got a great show for tonight, and one of the guys that's going to help us make it a great show is our guy back in the sound booth, TK, who everyone met last week. TK, why don't you tell the viewers out there hi again this week?
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It's great to be back again, and we got an action-packed show tonight.
All right. Well, Ken, we actually have another guy in the sound booth this week. We actually added a new guy, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We hired a guy by the name of Heavy D. And, this guy just knows a lot about sports, and we're excited to have him as part of our team.
Heavy D, why don't you tell the Fish Report viewers hi out there?
I'm really excited to be here tonight, guys, and I got a few butterflies, but we'll get through them.
All right. Well, I'm excited about the show as well, and about the new guys we have back in the sound booth. For starters, Ken, we're talking cross country again this week, and we've only got the biggest meet of the regular season coming up this Saturday, don't we?
Yes, we do. We got a big meet coming up in Tiffin this week. It's the Tiffin Carnival, and year in and year out, it hosts the best cross-country teams in the entire state of Ohio, and it promises to be a good one.
All right, and we're also, for the first time ever, going to be talking high school volleyball tonight. Never really got a chance to talk about that last season, but we are talking about that tonight. And we were supposed to have a special guest on tonight, but from what I understand, we got a few technical problems.
We've got some technical difficulties, not to blame anyone in particular, but just an unfortunate thing tonight. We were supposed to have Coach Todd Wine on the line, and I don't think it's going to happen. So, Todd, if you're out there listening, we apologize to that. And but we will be talking a lot of volleyball, and all you volleyball fans out there, listen in, because we've got a big show for you.
Yeah, we've got the guys back in the booth, TK and Heavy D, or I know they're a couple experts on volleyball, so we might get them involved in the conversation as well.
They're also working hard back here to see if we can't get the little tech problem fixed back here while our show's going on.
Yeah, part of the growing pains of the new studio and the new equipment, Ken. We're still trying to figure it out, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
All right, well, before we get to all that, let's get to our new and improved weekly trivia question. And you kind of got me pumped up this afternoon. You told me you had a good one for me. You're going to stump me tonight. I'm looking forward to what you got.
I've got a good one for you, Craig. We're going to be talking some volleyball. Like you said, we did not get a chance to talk volleyball last year. We really didn't start the show until late October, early November. And volleyball, for the most part, was about over by then, especially for the local teams. So tonight's question has to do with volleyball. And let me ask you, Craig, do you know what a kill is?
Yeah, it's like, I guess I call it a spike, but with the professional term for it, it's a kill, I think.
Yeah, it's known as a kill. It's a volleyball statistical category. I watched a lot of volleyball during the Olympics a month ago, so I learned a lot about volleyball.
The sand volleyball or the other volleyball?
Well, I watched mostly the indoor volleyball.
Indoor, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyways, tonight's question is, who is the Shelby County League career leader in volleyball kills? Who is the career Shelby County League leader in the statistical category of kills?
All right, give me some choices.
Now, you people out there can help Craig, because I know he's going to need some help on this one. Here's your options. A. Kelly Barhorse from Anna.
Okay.
B. Casey Gates from Jackson Center.
Okay.
C. Faye Barhorst from Fort Loramie.
Okay. 3 good choices there.
And I'm going to throw a fourth one at you.
Okay.
Jody Cohey Seger from Russia.
Okay.
Those are your 4 options.
All right. Well, I'm going to eliminate one right off the bat.
Okay, well, let me give you a clue.
All right.
The answer is also the second all-time leading kills in Ohio history. So this person not only leads the Shelby County League, she was second all-time in the state of Ohio.
Oh, wow.
In kills.
I should know this then.
You
If-
should.
If they were that good, I
Pretty
should
good
know
player.
this. I'm not up to speed on my volleyball stats. So yeah, I'm going to need a little help from the viewers out there. Now TK and Heavy D, you guys can help me out. I see. Actually, did you already send it out in the social stream tab? Okay, it's already on there. So if the viewers click that social stream tab on the right of their computer screen, they can see the question and they can reply and let me know. Maybe give me some help there. But we'll get to the end. We get to the end of the show. I'll get it figured out. We'll see. We'll see. All right. Well, let's start out our show talking, like I said, some cross country, Ken, and we've got a huge Saturday coming up this week. But before we get to that, we actually had a pretty big Saturday last week, didn't we?
We had a big weekend last week. Some of the area teams went over to Columbus Grove, and the Minster boys finished second over there behind a strong Columbus Grove team. And that was in one of the races. The Anna boys had a nice race over there. They finished fourth, led by Adam Larger with a third-place finish overall. Back to Minster on the boys' side, Dominic Slonkowski actually ran a great race, finished second overall for Minster. And in the girls' race, most of the teams, local teams, competed in the gray division. That race was won by Minster. The Lady Wildcats were led by Julia Slonkowski, the freshman, who ran a time of 1946. And the ninth place team over there was Bakkens. So good showing by the local teams over in Columbus Grove.
Yeah, that was one of the meets, and you mentioned Minster, and you mentioned Julia Slonkowski. We talked about her a couple weeks ago. She's just a freshman. Sounds like the real deal. I think she's every race she's ran for the Wildcats, she's finished first on the team. So, like I said, it looks like she's the real deal. And she finished with a sub 20 time, and she was one of only. The only one actually to finish under 20.
The only one under 20 over there at Columbus Grove. So the other meet took place in Greenville. This is where all the most of the local teams went.
The big meet, I'll call it. That's the one I was at, and that's the one I was most interested in.
That was a big meet, Craig. Most of the top teams in Ohio actually were there, including Sugar Creek Garraway took a long drive of 4 hours just to get there. They're one of the top programs in the state as well. So they were there. On the boys' side, to no surprise, the boys' race was won by Sam Prakel. He finished first place, but not far behind was a guy we've talked about in this show before, Tri-Village star Clayton Murphy. Also ran a great race and finished just 20 seconds behind Sam. So the top teams over there, the Coldwater boys finished second. St. Henry was fourth, VERSAILLES was fifth, and Russia was sixth in a very competitive meet over in Greenville.
Okay.
On the girls' side, all the local teams ran in what was called the Green Division, and what a battle that was between some of the top teams in Ohio. Actually, 3 of the top teams in Ohio were spread out between just 6 points. West Liberty came away with the win with 79 points. Coldwater finished second with 84, and Russia was just a point behind with 85. Coldwater's Sarah Kanney ran a blistering time of 18:28 to win the race, followed in second place by Russia's Lauren Francis, and third place was West Liberty's Meghan Vogel.
Yeah, it was quite a race, and it just got me excited, I guess, for this week coming up. And like we just said, this week, the biggest cross-country meet in Ohio. I guess one of the biggest in the country, maybe, the Tiffin Carnival?
Yes, it is. Tiffin Carnival is one of the biggest in the country. And one other thing on that Greenville race before we get to Tiffin, there was actually 6 girls ran under 20 minutes at Greenville. So that shows you how competitive that race was, including Russia's Emily Borchers and Lauren Heaton both breaking the 20-minute barrier.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we had 6 of them do it at Greenville and 1 in Columbus Grove, but we got different courses.
Different courses, different times, correct. So, but, it was just good competition over there in Greenville.
Okay. And like I said, Tiffin's coming up this weekend. We're excited for that. The
Tiffin-
same teams are heading to Tiffin this
A
weekend.
lot of the same teams will be going to Tiffin, Russia, Minster, West Liberty-Salem, Fort Loramie. They'll all be competing in one race. Coldwater actually will step out of the division and run Division II next week at Tiffin. Not a bad idea, I don't think, by their coach. And it solidifies the program. It gives those girls somebody different to run against rather than seeing the same teams week after week after week. And they'll get a chance to run against two of the top programs, not just in Ohio, but actually in the whole country. Akron, St. Vincent, St. Mary, obviously known for a guy that played basketball over there.
I remember him.
You remember that guy?
Yeah, I remember that
Well,
guy.
they're also got a great girls cross-country program along with Cuyahoga Valley. Christian Academy School over there was always very good. So Coldwater will have their hands full with those schools, and Russia, Minster, West Liberty, they'll be in Fort Loramie, will be battling out in the other race.
All right. Well, listen, those teams you mentioned, Russia, West Liberty, and Coldwater, and those three runners in particular, Sarah Kanney, Lauren Francis, and Meg Vogel. I got a chance to catch up with them at Greenville. I talked to them a little bit about Tiffin, talked to them a little bit about the Greenville race and what their philosophy is on times and where they finish. And I've got a little video here we're going to show, and we'll see what they have to say. Last Saturday's Treaty City Invite in Greenville saw West Liberty-Salem take home the girls' team title and also saw Coldwater's Sarah Kanney run away from the competition from start to finish. West Liberty's first ever Treaty City Championship was a close battle, beating number 1 ranked Coldwater by only 5 points and number 5 ranked Russia by 6 points. Kanney's time of 18:28 was impressive and proved that the sophomore might be the girl to beat in Division III this season. Russia senior Lauren Francis finished second individually with a time of 19:23, and West Liberty senior Meghan Vogel finished third in 19:38. We asked the top 3 runners if time or position was more important this early in the season and found that they shared different opinions.
I more look at your position because, the time we're aiming on it coming down at the end of the season, and you don't want to strain yourself. You want to get your best times towards the postseason. So you just try to get the best place for your team and see what you can do.
My time concerns me more. I just want to improve my time each week and hopefully knock a lot of time off from last year.
Probably position, just because it's better for the team. My times will come down as the season goes on, so definitely position because I want to do what's best for the team. So
Those same 3 schools all travel north this Saturday to the biggest cross-country meet in Ohio, the Tiffin Carnival. Coldwater has elected to run in the Division II race, while West Liberty and Russia will run in the Division III race. We asked the girls what Tiffin means to them, and once again found out they share different opinions.
Yeah, I like it just like any other course. I know last year regionals, it was pretty muddy because there's a lot of college races on there, so it was a little harder to race on last year regionals, but overall I like the course and the place where it's at.
I don't really like the course. There's a lot of hills, but there's just good competition to help you push you through it.
I love the course because it's hilly.
Okay.
So I like it. I'm just excited, looking forward to the meet. Really, it's just there's such good competition there that it's just a good confidence booster if you can run well at Tiffin.
All right, Ken. Well, we heard what those girls had to say about Tiffin. Now, I've never actually been to that course, and I know you have. And I guess I'll ask you, what is that course like from a spectator's standpoint? Good place to watch a race?
Yeah, it's not bad. It's fairly spectator friendly and just great competition. And like some of our runners said there, it can be a tough course, but the quality of the competition pulls them through, and a lot of girls will run some really fast times Saturday.
Okay. Now, I know we saw a little clip there from last year's race, and we saw Liberty Center's Brittany Atkinson and Tammy Berger going at it. Obviously, Tammy's gone this year. Brittany ended up being the state champ last year. I think she got edged out in that race by Tammy, but is there a chance we'll see Brittany this weekend?
Yeah, I think Brittany's coming off an injury, so I think she's still working on her times, but I'm sure she'll be up there. There's another girl from Louisville, St. Thomas Aquinas, as well as, Meg Westerheide from Fort Loramie. The Minster girls, you're going to have Meg Vogel, of course, from West Liberty, and Lauren Francis from Russia. So I think they're all going to be up near the top, and Russia's got other runners, Emily Borchers and Lauren Heaton. So who knows? There's a lot of locals that could be up there.
All right, which sounds like a lot of fun. I'm going to try to join you on that trip, make my first trip ever to Tiffin, and it should be a lot of fun. So, all right, well, that's going to do it for our cross-country talk. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we're going to talk some high school volleyball. Not sure we're going to get Coach Wyan on the phone here, but we've got 2 minutes to try to work it out. So stay right there. We'll be right back.
Restless girls is ready for the night. All they're ready for the night. 17 pissed at the world. We don't know why, but it's worth fighting for. Tomorrow's just a lifetime away, but tonight is everything. It's another small town song about nothing ever going on a Friday night. Heading to a town. Score some bills, sneak in to rising. Check out the local bands. Tie on the bus and take a chance. Work the pretty girl just to get shot down. Just another night in a small town. Careless men that are broken heart. Father's down the way, says she's tired of it all. Can't hang out in the middle no more. The cows ran us off the wild night shore. We'll just cruise the outskirts of town till we run out of beer, all the gas runs out. 17 pissed at the world, we don't know why, but it's worth fighting for. Tomorrow's just a lifetime away, but tonight is everything. It's another small town song about nothing ever going on a Friday night.
All right, well, welcome back, everyone. Ken, I guess we're not going to get Coach Wine on the phone. We gave it a shot, and like I said, I've got some technical problems, so apologize to the viewers out there for that.
That's right. Our new technology is great, but sometimes it just doesn't work right.
We'll get it figured out.
We'll get it.
One of these weeks, we'll get it figured out. Well, like I said at the start of the show, we've never talked high school volleyball before, and one of the reasons is our show debuted last year, right before the state cross-country meet. I don't think Rushi was still playing at the time, so we just never got an opportunity to talk volleyball, but we're going to do it tonight, aren't we?
Yes, we are, and we got a lot to talk about. So even though we'll be missing Coach Todd Wine, appreciate him volunteering his time, but Coach, we'll get you on some other week.
Now, I know we have a couple experts, TK and Heavy D back there in the booth. They are, I don't know if you know this, but they're volleyball experts. They're very close to the program, and we're going to bring them in on our conversation here, have them help us out here since we don't know near as much as they do.
That's for sure.
All right.
So.
All right, guys. Hey, listen, can you help us out here a little bit?
Yeah, let her rip, Ken.
All right, Heavy D, first we're going to talk about the local team, the Raiders. Rushi Raiders, I'm going to tell you what I know about them, and, I'll let you chime in here. But the Raiders are off to a 5-0 start. They've got all their key players back from last year. They've got a very senior-dominated team, some very athletic senior girls for good leadership. Then they've got some great juniors that are playing, and they got a fantastic talented sophomore class also filling in a lot of playing time for the varsity team. So they're tall, they're deep, they've got a lot of nice players, and I think they're going to be the team to beat in the area. Ashley Borchers, Olivia Monin, Bethany York, the list of seniors just goes on and on. So what do you feel about the team that you've seen so far?
Ken, I agree with your assessment on the height. They've got about 8 girls that come in at a 5'11" with a wingspan of an albatross. I mean, these girls are tall, they're long and lanky, and they can flat out knock it down. You also talked about the returning letterman last year, and they've got 7 seniors on the team. Seeing a lot of playing time. Also got a couple nice juniors and a couple nice sophomores in the mix. These girls are pumped up. They had a nice season last year, and their tournament run was stopped short last year with Jackson Center. and that didn't sit well with these girls in the off season, and they came back ready to fight. The first game last night against Anna, it was kind of like deja vu from last year. They went 0-2 against the Rockets last year, and the first game Anna got them down quick, pounding it down. We were back on our heels, missing blocks. We got it together in game 2, got our blocking package correct, and then put it to them from there.
Yeah, I heard. I don't know if you call it a rumor or not, but I heard that they've struggled against Anna. I don't know if it's this group of seniors or not, but I was told last night's win, guys, was a big win. And you just said they were 0-2 last year against Anna. What apparently they haven't had much success with them over the years. Yeah,
talking to some of the parents last night, this senior class has not beat the Anna Rockets in volleyball since junior high. So
wow.
They had it out for them last night, and they had it 4 or 5 years built up there that they were ready to do some pounding, and it came out last night.
What do you attribute this early season success to? I mean, do they? I'm assuming they're working out over the summer. What's made them start out so hot?
I'll chime in here and try and help out. As Daryl was saying, a lot of people are coming back from last year. I did lose a few seniors, but the core of the group came back this year, and it's what we saw leading the team last year, picking up right where they left off. A lot of good chemistry this year. And you mentioned a couple of sophomores coming in, a lot more competition, and people coming off the bench that are ready to play.
Let me ask you guys something. Either one of you, I talked about the girls and the kills and all that stuff. Volleyball, I believe, is also a lot about defense. You got the Librero, I think that's what it's called. She wears a different colored uniform. I know Rushi's version is the Gubo girl. What's her name?
Abby.
Abby Gubo. Sorry about that, Abby. Abby Gubo, and you got Kaylee Deuce and those girls that play back row and play a lot of defense. Is it as much about defense, or is it more about offense, or a little bit of both?
Well, it all starts with the pass up from the back row to the front row, Ken. Like you said, the girls in the back line there, if they don't move it up to the front, it's done right there. And these girls did a good job adjusting. Anna's got some good swingers, and they were putting them down last night, and we were knocking them right back up to the front row. And if you don't get it coming from the back row to the front, you might as well sit on the bench.
And Anna, I think, came into that game last night undefeated. Is that correct? Or undefeated, at least in the Shelby County League?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, and so now, from what I know, there's actually 2 teams undefeated, Russia and Fort Laramie, and guess who's meeting up tomorrow night? Those 2 schools, right?
Yep, that's right. Up here in Russia, Fort Laramie is going to bring their Redskins in here. A team. It's going to be another tough battle. I think we're looking at the top 3 teams in the Shelby County volleyball right now with Anna, Laramie, and Russia. Talk a little bit about Laramie. The Redskins last year finished at 18-9. They won the district. They lost to Sydney in the regional, and they lost one senior who didn't have a lot of playing time. So they're going to bring a tough team in here. A lot of strong juniors now that were sophomores last year that led that team all the way through the district. So it's going to be a battle tomorrow night. Anybody interested in volleyball or just interested in a good athletic competition ought to come out to the Russia gym and see these girls go at it, because it's going to be a fun game to watch no matter who comes out on top.
Now, you guys know, a packed gym. I'm assuming that helps them girls, that only gets them more fired up.
Yeah, we've been having a real good crowd so far this year, Craig. A lot of support in the high school. Really cheering on. Last night, everybody was getting into the game, and you could tell that got the girls fired up. It looked real nice with coming off the out of the stands, all the cheering, and I think it makes a big difference for the girls. It keeps their momentum going, and it keeps them pumped up.
You know, guys, anytime you play Fort Laramie in just about any sport, you know they're going to be a talented, athletic team. And to no surprise, I look on Fort Laramie's roster, and Craig, I see the names of Darian Rose, Reggie Brandewey, Kelly Turner.
Wait, those are basketball stars you're mentioning.
Weren't we talking about these same girls like in February, March last year?
Basketball, softball, I don't think it matters.
I mean, so Laramie's just loaded with athleticism. Rushie's loaded with athleticism, and like you said before, a lot of height with a lot of wingspan. It's going to just be a real battle at Claire C. Naveau Gymnasium tomorrow night.
Sure is. And let me ask you one last question, guys. This area here, we've had a lot of success recently in girls volleyball. And, last year, St. Henry won a state title. The year before that, Lehman won a state title. The 3 previous years before that, Marion Local won state titles. Let me ask you, what's it going to take for the Russia Raiders to keep a local tradition like that alive?
Well, Craig, I think Daryl hit it on it before. Obviously, you need talent all the way around. But when that serve comes across, if you're not getting it up to your setter, the game's over. You got to be able to serve, receive. They showed last night or the other night at Anna that these girls are really coming on with that. That was the whole key to the coming back from the early set loss and then winning by the 3-1. They get that moving and keep it consistent through the season and build on that. They're going to go pretty far into the tournament. I'm not sure how far. I'm not that much of a volleyball expert, but yeah, get that serve receive down. The tall girls up front are doing a heck of a job. They keep that chemistry up, and this team's going to go pretty deep in a tournament.
Don't you think it takes an attitude as well? I think there's a certain attitude, and I don't know how you describe that attitude, but it takes a certain attitude to be successful as well. And do you think the Raiders have that attitude?
They've got a couple seniors with a lot of energy and a lot of fire in their belly. These girls have worked extremely hard in the off season. Most of them participated in JO. Coach Wyans got them on a lifting program through the summer. Really looking to. I think that's going to pay off for them here. Come toward down the tournament time. Just they're all in great shape. They're all jumping good. Everybody's healthy this year. We'll hope to keep that going, and just look for some good things from the Raiders.
All right. Well, that's I appreciate all the input on that, guys. That tells us a lot more than we knew coming in, doesn't it, Ken?
Yes, it does. And once again, I'd like to apologize for Coach Wine and our technical difficulties for him. But we'll get you back on the air here one of these days. And we really appreciate TK and Heavy D from the sound room giving us their knowledge and expertise on volleyball.
Ken, I got a question for you. How do you think you would do going up to block a kill against somebody like Olivia Monin or maybe Ashley Borchers?
Well, I watched a lot of Olympic volleyball.
Okay.
So I think I could handle it.
You think you could handle it? Huh?
I think I could handle it.
I think maybe we should get you out there on the floor and maybe we could give that a shot. I'm sure those girls would be more than willing if they weren't laughing too hard.
Ken, have you ever had the opportunity to taste a volleyball?
Actually, I'm just kind of kidding with you. No, I would not want to be on the receiving end of one of them kills from one of the tall, lanky Raider front row players. So,
I think
so. I am not up for that challenge. Olivia Monin or Ashley Borchers or any of you young ladies that are listening out there. No, I'm not up for that challenge.
I think we'd be scraping you up off the floor.
You're probably right.
Good decision.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for our volleyball talk. I think we're running out of time here tonight, Ken. Let's get back to that trivia question we had at the beginning of the night. Continue our volleyball for just a little longer. Why don't you give me the question again and give me the answers or my choices.
The question was, what Shelby County League volleyball player is the career leader in the statistical category of kills? And your options were A, Kelly Barhorst, B, Casey Gates, C, Faye Barhorst, or D, Jody Cohey Seger.
All right. Well, I see I didn't get any help from the viewers out there. Nobody sent me a message. I don't think I got any text on that, so I'm on my own on this one. I'm going to go with choice A, Kelly Barhorst, and the reason I say that is because I know she's got a little bit of a Russia connection, so I'm thinking maybe you're thinking along those lines. Let's go with Kelly Barhorst. I know she played at Ohio State.
She played at Ohio State. She was a great player, as was Faye and as was Jody.
Okay.
But the answer is Casey Gates from Jackson Center. Casey had 1,806 kills for her career between the year 2006 to 2009, and that ranks her number 2 all-time in the state of Ohio.
Oh, wow. And I think I just saw her in the paper the other night. She's playing college ball somewhere.
Yes, she is.
All right. we don't have enough information on that to talk about it, I guess.
Yeah,
but I know she's playing elsewhere right now. So, all right, well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Before we go, we usually hand out a T-shirt since nobody helped me out with a question, and I don't have anybody to give a T-shirt to. But I'm going to nominate one of the girls in the video we watched, that Sarah Kanney girl from Coldwater. She's, I tell you what, if she's going to be winning races, I want her wearing the Fish Report logo going after the race is over.
That sounds good to me.
All right. Well, we'll have to figure out a way to get it to Sarah Kanney, get her a T-shirt. And all right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. For the guys back in the sound booth, TK and Heavy D, and my co-host Ken Francis, thanks for tuning in tonight. Thanks for the three young ladies that talked to us on our video earlier. And Coach Wine, again, sorry. We'll hope to get you on a future show. Take care, everyone, and we'll see you soon, and good night.
Signing off from the sound room at Studio F, for TK, this is Heavy D, saying good night and good fishing.